welcome to the next episode of Let's Play Euro Truck Simulator. Picking up where we left off in the last video. Oh wait, no, I want to go this way. Picking up where we left off in the last video, but today is a new day. Looks like we're picking up our next load right here. And we are taking boric acid. My pen here. Just gotta write down 22,553. Taking boric acid. Okay. Now we gotta go back to where we just were. Go. Oh, just shut our truck off so we can get loaded. Now let's get going. Now I'm only going to record till it's time for a sleep in the game. 400 kilometers for this trip. So in the last video we were talking about kinda my life story, and I think where I left off was I had my shop in North Battleford there. Then I came back and I was working for the demo company, and then I got really sick, and so I ended up not working there. So I was like bedridden sick for about a week and a half. Then I emailed the temp agency that I was working for and said that I was feeling better, and I could, I texted them, or I emailed them, said that I was feeling better. Do they still want me at the demo company? I could head back there. And the reply I got was, we no longer need you at the demo company. However, there's another job at Johnson Equipment. So I went and worked at Johnson Equipment, and then I was at, I guess we won't stay in that other lane. I was at Johnson Equipment for probably 2.5, almost 3 months. Oh, and this lane ends anyways. And I loved my job at Johnson Equipment. I loved my job at Johnson Equipment. I was building shelving. I was Johnson Equipment, actually it was Raymond Equipment and Johnson Storage Solutions. And I was building pallet shelving or pallet racking, and then some lighter, just regular shelving. And I was doing pretty good at it. I loved what I was doing. But what happened was, shortly after I started there, they didn't have a forklift operator. And or they didn't have enough people to run the forklifts in there. So my direct boss there said, well, you don't have your license, but you have experience. We've got your expired forklift license here. So just hop on there, and when our trainer comes, we'll get him to write you a new ticket, and good to go. That was about a week and a half after I started there. And the safety guy who had seen me running the forklift plenty there, oh, I didn't see how much we got there. Anyways, the safety guy, this was just before, I think this was New Year's Eve when this happened. And so the safety guy sees me running the forklift, and okay, blah blah blah, and then this is the week before New Year's. So now I moved out of my grandmother's friend's house, and by moved I mean I had my dog and a bag of clothes and my phone charger, and I was parking in front of her house. That's pretty much as moved in as I was. When I say a bag of clothes, I mean it was a plastic bag full of a couple shirts, a couple pairs of underwear, and I only had one pair of jeans. All the rest of my clothes were sitting in my camper that was at my shop in Battleford. So then, yeah, I moved into my grandmother's condo because she had moved to the house in Martinsville that I'm at now, and so I was essentially subleasing the condo from her. And then, so like the second last day before the little New Year's holiday break there, it was like 3 days. Why are you pulling in front of me and slamming on the brakes? Anyways, like 3 days before New Year's, or the safety guy seen me on the forklift, or comes in, sees me on the or he's talking to me while I'm running the forklift, and then the next day he comes and talks to me, and he says, or he asks me, do I have my license for the forklift? And I said, and I tell him, I'm like, well, yeah, of course I have it. I've got it so and so, like this is how long ago I got it, blah blah blah, I've got my license, I'm good to go. And okay, everything's good. Then they never did bring the guy in to recertify me, but I got my forklift ticket while I was at Home Depot. Anyways, so sorry. So then I get an email over the days off for New Year's there, or on January 2nd, I think it was. I get up and I'm on my way to work, and I get the email saying, no longer need you at Johnson Equipment, blah blah blah, this and that. And so I'm like, what do you mean you no longer need me? And I went in, and they had already had a replacement there for me. And I went in just to get my stuff. I'm on my way to work when I got the email. So I go in to get my stuff, and there's already someone else there doing my job, so I just grab the little bit of stuff I had there. I think I had a jacket and a water bottle, and that was about it. And some papers. So I grabbed my stuff. I've been there for like 3 months, and I asked my boss, I'm like, why am I, like, why do you not need me anymore? He says, I don't know, we got an email saying that they were sending you, he said that he got the email saying that they were sending a new guy in today, and he had no idea. He thought I was sick or something, so they were just sending a new guy. And I'm like, well, I have no idea. I just got an email saying that you no longer needed me here. So I went home, and I'm waiting for a reply from the temp agency. And then I got a reply saying that, or I got a phone call saying that she explained that I had been let go from Johnson Equipment because I violated their safety act and I was running a forklift without a license. And then, so I no longer have that job. I just got this condo. Like, what the heck am I gonna do now? And I'm like, well, I've got the shop in Battleford, so let's go and start doing that. Battleford is about an hour and a half away from where I live, or so I guess it's about an hour away from where the condo was in Saskatoon. So what I started doing is I was driving from Saskatoon to North Battleford every day, working in the shop, and I started out by doing fixing my own stuff, and I was there for, I don't know, 2 weeks that I was driving back and forth every day. I guess I was there about a month, and then I got a call that they had another job for me at the temp agency, packaging chemical fertilizer and stuff. So I went and did that, and this was on a Thursday. They just needed me for Thursday morning for 2 hours of work, and I got this email before I left to head to Battleford, so yeah, sure, I got no issues, I can do that. And so I go into work, or to this new job at Fort Storage, and all I'm doing is I'm putting stickers on boxes that never got stickered beforehand. I'm just breaking down a pallet, putting stickers on each box, and then I'm breaking down one pallet and putting it on another pallet, but every box I take off of the first pallet, I'm putting a sticker on it. And so they say that this is going to take me all day, blah blah blah. There's like 11 pallets to do, and so they brought me 11 empty pallets, and then these 11 pallets of product, and they put lots of space in between the pallets of product so I can walk around and whatnot. And I need to unwrap all these pallets of product that are already packed, And so what I started doing is I put one empty pallet there, and I pulled all the boxes off. I tore down one pallet and put all the stickers on each box that I took off, and built the second pallet. But I left one row on the pallet, and I put all those stickers on, and then I started breaking down the second pallet and just stacking it on top of the first one. Or stacking it on top of well, I finished off the new pallet that I had started, and then I started putting the rest on the pallet that I left just one row on. And so I did that for all 11 pallets, and I was done in 2 hours. They come and said, "Wow, that's pretty quick. We're surprised you got that done so fast." And I'm like, "Well, simple. Just did it the most efficient way I seen." They're like, "Well, we have an opening here. You work pretty good, so do you want to come and help us bottle product?" Sure, I have no issues with that. So that was on, I did that for the rest of the Thursday. And then on Friday, I went back and did the same thing. And then on Monday, I was going back and they said, "Well, we're setting up this new line. So we'll put you on this new line and take a couple other guys and put all of you on this new line." And so for the new line, they had one person taking, so what it was taking bags of product and just putting the bag in a box. That's all it was. And so they had one person pulling the product out of the tote and putting it on this conveyor belt, and then another person at the other end of the conveyor belt, or they had one person opening boxes, or opening and building boxes, or like just one person building the boxes. Then someone else would pick up this bag and stick it in the box, and then they would have another person shove it through this machine that labeled the box, sealed the box, and then someone at the end of that that put it on the pallet. And then they had another person that was like there were two people that were building the pallets. One person was just building the pallets, and the other guy was helping building the pallets, and also when the pallet filled up, he would move the pallet and what's it called? Move the pallet and put a new pallet there. So I'm looking at this, and after about an hour, I see where we can make this more efficient. If we just pull this conveyor belt out altogether, we have this machine that actually builds the boxes for you. You're not using it properly. It's supposed to build the boxes, seal them, and label them. That's what this machine does. So why don't we just have one person pull the bag out of the tote, and another person, or one person that builds the box and puts it on the machine, gets it ready to go. Another person just pulls the bag out of the tote, sticks it into the box, and you shove it through. And then we only need one person to build the boxes. We just get one of the efficient guys to do it. They say, yeah, that's pretty good. And it's a little bit slower to build the box, but that gets rid of like 3 people, or 3 or 4 people, so that's half the labor. That's a lot more efficient. Well, yeah, it's not very hard to do. Well, that's a great idea. So we did that for another day or 2. And we did that for the rest of that day. We did one more day like that. And then I get an email on my way to work saying, or no, we did that until Friday. And then I get an email on Friday just after I leave. Like, I talk to them and I say, well, or they say, well, you're a really good worker, can't wait to see you next week. Okay, great, I'm happy with this. Then I leave and I'm going to get gas, and I get to the gas station, look at my phone, I get an email from the temp agency. You are no longer needed at Fort Storage. So, like, what the heck? They just told me I was doing good and they wanted to see me, so I call the temp agency. I'm like, well, what do you mean they no longer need me? Like, they liked me there. Like, what's going on? And then they told me, well, they liked you there, but they don't need as much. Oh, shoot. What am I doing here? Oh, okay. Like, yeah, they liked you, but they need to, they've got too many people. So they need to cut some labor, and you've got the least seniority there, so you're getting cut. So I essentially, ooh, that's not good. I think I got myself stuck here. Just not paying attention, going too fast, I missed my turn. Anyway, so I essentially lost the job for myself. Or I worked myself out of a job. There it is. I need to find a rest stop now. Right here. And then it took me... Oh, so then I went back to my shop and was working full-time at my shop through February, March, and middle of April, I got a call from someone, and they explained to me that they were the new owners of the building that I was renting. They couldn't figure out why my stuff was still there. I was only renting out a portion of the building, and like they're wondering why about all this stuff that's there. And I say, well, what do you mean I'm renting the shop? I say, oh well, we bought the shop, we took possession April 1st, and everything was supposed to be out. How come you're still there? Well, no one ever told me, but my landlord sold the building out from under me, and yeah, so now I'm in a rush. And I talked to these new owners, and they apologized. They said, well, if you continue paying us the rent that you're paying now, we'll give you about until June 1st to get everything out. And I pay a month and a half of rent. Oh shoot. I need to sleep here. Not paying attention at all. Okay, we have plenty of fuel, so we're not going to fuel up here. Pull into this parking spot up here. Is that another DAF? It is a DAF. Shut off the truck. Killer lights. Now we'll go to sleep. Driver made some income there. Our loan installment came out. And with that, I think I'm going to end this video. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully I remember to talk more about the rest of my story. Okay, ciao for now.